How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about ChargePoint. We have been seeing a lot of volatility inside of the market. A lot of medium and small cap stocks have been getting hit hard. But I must say, ChargePoint has been holding up very well. You guys know I have a lot of conviction in this play, and it's about time we do an update, especially as we come close to the end of the year. So I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. The reason why this is important, because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what the buying and the selling is like on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for ChargePoint. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $18.68, being down 2.71%. On the low, it tested $18.56, and then on the high, testing $19.27. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 5.699 million shares, and for the average volume over 10 trading days being at 10.115 million shares. So that is a significant difference right there, but do keep in mind we have been dealing with lower trading volume as of late. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is right around 35.82. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 200-day, the 50-day, the 100-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. And as far as for ChargePoint, it is doing a good job holding down support. And I was saying to you guys previously, if you were looking to get into a position, you want to start looking at it under $18 or at the low $18 range. It has been tickling these areas as of late, so opportunities have been presenting itself, but only if you believe in the long-term prospects and you have been doing your homework. As far as for the price action that we have been seeing, we have a clear area of resistance here right around $19.29. We did end up seeing a high today around $19.27. So the bullish case scenario going into tomorrow, you're going to want to see it get past this 1927 area and then see if it can make a move going all the way to 1975 and then seeing if it can break through that psychological area at 20 bucks. As far as for the bearish case scenario of the low of the day, we ended up testing 1856. So if we did pull back further, then there's a possibility we could start testing around 1838 and then around 1819. And of course, ChargePoint has shown to have proven support right here around this $18 level. So as this week progresses, it's going to be very interesting because for ChargePoint to start looking really strong, it would have to reclaim the 21-day EMA around $20.54, and I'm personally not seeing that happening for this week. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for ChargePoint. So for the dark pool short volume ratio, it is at 25.75%, and then for the dark pool short volume being at 704,089 shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 4.9 million, updated just now, and then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 0.52%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of the 27th, it is at 25.75. And then for the close of the 23rd, which was last week, it was at 33.72. So what this tells us, ChargePoint does have short squeeze potential, but there's also some pretty good market sentiment inside of the stock. It could be better, but considering the latest numbers tell us it is around 25%, that is something to be happy about if you are an investor, because it does show that things are going in the right direction in regards to market sentiment. So now let's go into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for ChargePoint. So we can see here on the inflow is 11,864, and then on the outflow is 13,843. So we end up having an outflow day. When we take a look at the breakdown even further, it was 0 on the large. On the medium, it was 5,865, and then on the small, it was 5,999. When we take a look at the outflow side on the medium, it was 7,489. On the large, it was 0, by the way. And then on the small, it was 6,354. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you could see zeros down the board for the past 3 trading days. Analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders, which represents the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying. When we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And of course, on the large, we had 0. Now, when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was right around 1.72%. So this is not too bad for a stock like ChargePoint. It has been trading in a very consistent range, like I was talking about inside of the technicals. And this is why I want to make sure you're keeping an eye on this one. You guys know it is a high conviction play of mine. We know as far as EVs are concerned, it is a future play. So if you're investing in ChargePoint, you're investing into the future. The infrastructure plan is what we're going to be benefiting from. There has been some delays, but I do see it getting passed soon, sometime in the new year. So now let's go into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts in ChargePoint, you guys know I love it as a long-term play, but with the price action that we have been seeing, you're going to want to see it have some strength above $19.30. For it to start looking bullish and to signal a reversal, I'd want to see it get above $20.54 and then gain some momentum from there. If it doesn't do that, since I do believe in it long term, if it decides to go below 18 or be at the low 18s, then I will consider to add more to my position. Most preferably, I'd like to add more if the stock is trading under $18. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it still continues to have short squeeze potential. But one thing that really stood out as far as for the overall market sentiment, it has become a lot more positive for ChargePoint. It's been able to have some sustainable price action. It has been predictable. And also this gives confidence to a lot of investors and shareholders. And the main reason being is we've seen stocks take some drastic pullbacks, and ChargePoint, like I said, has been remaining consistent throughout. So these are one of the things you want to be keeping an eye on if you're going to be jumping into this play. Add it to your homework, add it to your due diligence. We do know as far as charging stations are concerned, they're going to be playing a big role, especially as we go into the new year and even years after that. I'm talking about 5 to 10 to 15 years. So if you are going to be inside of this play, you have to have a long-term outlook. If you're just going to be trading it, then of course you need to pay attention to those key levels, and I did just talk about that, because the moment this stock starts picking up, I feel like it has a good amount of upside from where it's at. If you guys want to know what my thoughts are, I want to see sometime in 2022 ChargePoint creeping back into that $30 range. But I know this can be difficult due to the fact that we are going to be having an increase in interest rates, and we cannot be naive of the fact that it is going to have impact on growth stocks, especially the stocks that are not making any money as of yet. So this is why I want to make sure you are prepared for all of this. So let's see how ChargePoint performs as we have 3 more trading days left for 2021, but I do look forward to seeing how well it performs going into the new year, and I will be keeping you guys updated, of course, here on this channel. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.